Welcome to self-discoverywisdom.com, formerly known as Self-Discovery Media. On these podcasts, you're going to hear people who speak from the heart. They've taken the journey in life. Many things have happened to them, but they've changed it to happening for them. And in their strength, their courage, they've discovered their abilities and their wisdom, and they are now sharing it here with you. Do enjoy each show. We bring it to you with love and knowing that it's going to help you on your journey of life. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life, right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. I'm your host, Sarah Troy. Forgive the lighting. Yes, it's a bit bright. I'm in my son's place looking after cat and dog while he's away on his honeymoon with his wonderful bride, Jess. And so I haven't got my usual equipment set up here. But I wanted to do a New Year's show and just to talk about 2025 and all that is possible. Now, I know that we're up against typhoon, hurricane, or tsunami all at once, various parts of the world, especially in the US. But it is also an invitation. It's an invitation for us to wake up, step up, rise up, and change it up. And what can you do in your own life? What can you do to empower yourself? What can you do to empower the people immediately around you? And if we all take care of that, you will find that there's a ripple effect and a domino effect that goes out to serving everybody else. So, what can we do? Well, number one, yes, I know it's very, very easy to get caught up in the news and the latest thing and the injustice and the despair and everything else that's going on. And we do need to pay attention to that. But at the same time, we need to have compassion and empathy, but not absorb. And I know that is very difficult. To have compassion and empathy means you need to feel. We can feel the pain and the suffering and the sympathy and what can we do about it. But what we must not absorb is the pain and the suffering that cripples us, that stops us from doing anything about it. So how do we empower ourselves? Well, for the last 12 and a half years, I have been bringing you podcasts that of people that have gone through their own pain and suffering, that have come out the other side with skills and tools and wisdom to share with you. And I will continue to do that, and also branching out even more so into the books and mentorship programs, and also the new channel, which is the Sisterhood of Common Sense Love. Um, these shows that I've brought to you are filled with inspiration, and inspiration begets invitation. It shows you that no matter what is up against you, it is the invitation to find that courage and that strength and those abilities that lie within you that are dying to come out and show you what you are capable of and what you can do to create the change, to immerse and embrace being who you are, why you are, what you're here to do, the loving you, the caring you. And we're all very capable of that. The whole thing is choice. Do we choose to? I choose to, because the other side of it, living in anguish, living in pain, living in disconnect and discontent and feeling no confidence and feeling no communication is crippling. And I don't want to be crippled anymore. And especially with somebody trying to cripple me, like a government or like various powerful people, because of course if they have you crippled, they have you under control, and I refuse to be under anybody else's control ever again, other than my own and my divine essence. And that divine essence, God, universe, spirit, energy, source, whatever you wish to call it, but it's knowing that there is a higher energy of wisdom and power that can come through you at any time that you open up, that can resonate with your heart and truth, that can lift your spirit into action and allow your mind to have the clarity it needs when it needs it to deal with what you're dealing with. And when we deep breath and we center that and we act upon it, suddenly the answers are there. The clarity is there. We know what to do. So it is up to us to look to that healing of ourselves, to look to that opening up of that channeling, of allowing ourselves to download this wisdom, allowing it to resonate with the heart, to lift our spirit, to bring clarity to mind, and not dictate how it should be, but allow it to be. When we step up into our own lives and empower our own lives, and when we begin to be aware, we begin to care. And when we care, we're more willing to do something about it. We can't help people from a broken space. So that essential of you nurturing and finding yourself and stepping into your encourager strength and abilities is that empowerment of you that now allows you to empower others along your way. Different stages of life, at different stages of your own growth. We are the problem in the world, but we're also the solution. When we step into kindness, compassion, consideration, companion, collaboration, and love, we make things happen. We're incredibly creative, and the resolve is absolutely brilliant. But when we step into fear, control, and give up, and doom and despair, we become handing over the strings, and then we've lost control and choices altogether. So I would like you in 2025 to go, what do I want to stand for in 2025? What do I want to achieve in my own life in 2025? What do I want to heal in my heart, my soul, my spirit, my cellular structure in 2025? What would I like to aim to accomplish in 2025? It's not about the six figures. It's not about the fame. It's not about being the best of the best. It's about you being as whole as you wholly can be. Embracing yourself, nurturing yourself, letting that beautiful volcano of love well up inside of you and pour out. Your success will follow from that. That is your true e-commerce. That is your true enrichment and abundance. It lies within you. And once you ignite it and you align it and you allow it and you express it, that enrichment and that abundance will manifest across the board on everything that you are doing. So no, 2025 isn't be, the top of the leaderboard and making those six figures. Those six figures are going to mean nothing to you if you're poor on the inside. So enrich your inside, enrich your psyche, your mind, your heart, your soul, your spirit, your body, enrich it all. Then you'll truly actually understand what abundance is. And you'll truly then succeed in what you do because you're coming from that space of enriched abundance. This is what I pray for all of you this year, that you step into that light that is within you, that you become that light that others need shone on their path of darkness, that we come together as a collective and we support one another, arm in arm, not pitchfork and pitchfork, not in divide, but in collaborative. Because when we do that, we truly actually understand the strength of that unity. I mentioned a new channel called the Sisterhood of Common Sense Love, and all the men that support and love them. This channel is going to be slightly different. The people I will be interviewing under that channel must make a written commitment to offer their services to people who can't afford them, to help them back up on their feet. We know that in the next few years, under the regime in America and across the world right now, misogynistic regime, the gluttonous and the opulent and the narcissistic regimes that are out there, they are at the top at the present moment because, believe it or not, they're going to explode because you can't burn that high and that fast without you burning out. So what's going to happen is implosions, explosions are going to happen, but fallout is then going to be there. So For the people that have already done the work, have got things in place, which I beg you to do, you're now going to be there for the people that are coming out of those ashes. And it isn't about, I told you so, or blame or shame. It's about, are you willing now to do the work, to step up, wake up in your own life so that you can be there for not only yourself, but your family, your loved ones, your community? And if you are, we're here to help you, because the more people we help get back on their feet and in the right direction, compassion, love, kindness, community, creativity, inclusion, all of that, then we will see an enriched society that serves one another. So the shows I will be bringing you there will be people who will, in writing, commit to doing that, whether they do one a month or whether they take a percentage off or whatever the case is, that will be discussed with each person. But there must be a commitment to pay it forward, to be there for people. Because we know when people get hit and they're knocked down, one of the first things to go is their pocketbook, their wallet. They have no money to pay for the services that will help them get back up. And I do not want that to be something that stops people from getting back up. So I believe it's an obligation for us that have taken the journey before to turn around, not offer a handout, but a hand up. They've got to do the work, but you're there to help them do that work so that they then can discover what their meaningful purpose is, what their role is, and therefore be there for someone else. So this is my commitment, my drive, my passion, and my mission for 2025. Number one, getting our Forgotten Seniors book out. By the end of the year, accumulating authors for the Our Forgotten Children's book too, but also in driving this force forward of the sisterhood of common sense love, because it is about Mama rolling up her sleeves and stepping forth with this common sense love to make things properly happen. So this is me. It's not a resolution. It is a commitment. This is what I will be doing this year. I only work a few days a week because I look after my grandchildren the other days. And I've also decided to give myself a little time to express life, feel life, and also to embrace life. But I will be working on this. This will be something that I'm committed to doing. So I hope you will join me. If you are a sister who loves the common sense love and want to be a part of that platform, reach out to me. If you are a brother who supports sisters and others on this path, reach out to me. selfdiscoverywisdom@gmail.com. selfdiscoverywisdom@gmail.com. And say you would love to be a part of that. There is a commitment to being that. Yes, I do charge to be on my shows. It's a minimum donation of $35 US to cover the admin. I'm always willing to accept a little more. It all helps. But my commitment is making sure that this change that we've been invited to be a part of, that we step up and we don't just repeat the same old pattern that we have in the past. A new pattern has to be merged here. A new pattern has to be created. We have to change the future. And the only way we're going to do that is by changing ourselves, changing our environment, changing our practices, our pattern, our community. And it all starts with ourselves. So I hope that 2025, no matter what hurricane is going on the outside, that you find peace and center on the inside to see what your part is, what you can do to step up, to be there for someone else. But first, be there for yourself. Be willing to do that work. Be willing to embrace your inner wisdom, your heart and your soul and your spirit and the very essence of who you are, so that you can be there for someone else. So I look forward to interviewing so many of you and bringing you so many beautiful interviews. I have new shows starting next week, and I took a hiatus over Christmas, and I will be back at it, but also putting together this Our Forgotten Seniors book. So if you know a senior that wishes to be a part of this book, to contribute their contributions, their their struggles, their wisdom, and also what needs to change around seniorship, please do reach out to me at selfdiscoverywisdom@gmail.com. And until next week, folks, I wish you all a deep breath and a vision forward. Bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show. There are so many more for you here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Just go to the podcast tag at the top there and you will see all the many genres and all 3,000 shows ready for your listening. We are here to serve you, to help you on your journey of life, and we know that through inspiration it begets invitation. We are supported by you, the listeners, and those that we interview. Anything that you can spare us in donation would be greatly accepted, and we do hope that you enjoy the next show.